Hello again today, gang. Uh, this is my new video. I made a post about a few months ago about how I wanted to kind of relaunch my channel, redo everything, and get back into it. Well, a lot of shit happened, a lot of bad shit, and that didn't happen. So this is my new place. That is a direct result of one of the bad things that happened. So now I am living by myself, but it's a lot better. I'm in a quieter neighborhood, and this is my setup. It's pretty much similar to how I was set up at my other place, but you know I can't complain. But I got a lot of new stuff. So I got a new receiver, a new 4K HDR TV, and that's my old 4K TV, which does not have HDR. The setup's pretty similar. Here's all my guitar stuff. It's the pedals, amp. I don't know how well you can see because there is no overhead light in here in the living room, which is kind of weird, but it's on my games. I don't know if, but that's the view from my front window and stuff. I don't want people to think I'm weird filming people driving past, but it's not a bad place to live. This is just kind of my vlog for stuff, random stuff, to get to know Snake thing. But kitchen, it's kind of a minimalist kitchen. This is a 1 bedroom apartment. There's storage. Everything's hardwood, so I guess that's nice. Bathroom. This is my bedroom. Again, we do actually have an overhead light in here, but I do not have it on. Bed. For some reason I forgot to turn my TV off. I was trying to update Kodi with Exodus because apparently my IPTV service has stopped. So now I have to sign up for a new one. So, but it's probably about 700 square feet. It's small, but it's nice and quiet, and my neighbors are all nice, and my landlord is nice. So I really can't complain about anything. And I'm within walking and biking distance of a lot of stuff compared to where I was before. So I can't complain about that. But I'm going to get into what kind of led me to end up where I'm at right now. So I'm just going to play a game here in the background, some Overwatch, while I talk about this crap. And I am not going to use names. So hold on 1 minute. Okay, as I said, I'm not going to use any names. Just know these people were my roommates. We're not friends anymore. We're not roommates anymore. We don't have anything to do with each other anymore. This is just me venting online and putting this in my little vlog for Get to Know Snake. But my job as a contractor only gives me 32 hours a week. I only make $10 an hour, so I can't really afford to pay rent by myself. And at any of these places in where I live at, where average rent for a 1 bedroom apartment is 600, 700 bucks a month. So I have to be on Section 8 to afford to pay it. Well, going back a bit, we about 3 years ago we decided to get an apartment together. Me and two other roommates. One was a girl who was dating a guy, and the other roommate. So we get an apartment together.
everything kind of goes fine for about 2 years. Then in December 2017, my roommate wins his disability case because both my roommates are now on disability, and he wins his disability case. I keep asking about it like once a week if he's heard anything from disability because as per Section 8 rules, I have 10 days to report any changes to income or any, money coming to the house to Section 8. Even if it doesn't affect our income or is considered income, I still have to report it. So I he keeps telling me he doesn't. Then in April, I find out pretty much through calling out someone's my other roommate's BS lie that he did get his Section 8 back pay at the beginning of April. And from there, we get in a fight over it. Me and the roommate, he gets back from Chicago after buying a new car, which was, the huge tip off that, he'd got his back pay. Because normally he doesn't travel to Chicago by plane to go get a car. So that was a huge tip off. And uh, we get into a fight over it. We end up getting into a fist fight over it because they keep provoking me after I said I wanted to be left alone. I just lock my door. I go to sleep. Well, I ignore them. They keep blowing up my phone by texting me, even though they're right downstairs. And they shut my electric off. Well, that pisses me off faster than anything. So I go downstairs, tell them both to fuck off and to leave me alone. And uh, the other roommate, the guy, gets up in my face and starts yelling at me. And I don't like people getting up in my face, so I shove him. We get into a wrestling match. Uh, his girlfriend, which is the other roommate, is just sitting there staring at us. She's kind of waiting for me to hit him in the back so they can have me arrested for, trying to disable him further when he was on disability. So she's just staring at me. There was two other people there, friends, or not really friends, but they were upstairs. And she doesn't yell for them until we had already broken up. And so they call the cops on me for a fight they started. And the cops didn't do anything. They just took a police report and left. And from there, about 2 weeks later, after I'd done emailed Section 8 about all this, because I have to report this stuff to both Section 8 and my landlord, we get a letter saying we're being sued for fraud and we're being kicked off Section 8 for 5 years. Well, we go to the hearing, we request a hearing, which happens like 2 weeks later, and at the beginning of May, and from there, from there, uh, I learned at the meeting that the lie actually goes a bit deeper than I know. That he'd actually been getting money since February, getting checks. Well, naturally, I didn't know shit about it, so my other roommate, the girl who was dating him, claims she didn't know anything about it, trying to save her own ass, which unfortunately she successfully does. Uh, Even though the director HUD said didn't believe her, but it wasn't the director's decision. It was the uh, uh, mediator's decision that you know me and her got to stay on HUD, but the other roommate got kicked off HUD. So from there, and this is all happening over a month, and just tons of crap going on. I tried to forgive them, I really do. And throughout this whole process, uh, then we finally hear back at the end of May that her final decision is I get to stay on Section 8. The other girl gets to stay on Section 8, but other guy, is kicked off Section 8 for 5 years. Well, she said she can't live without her boyfriend because her boyfriend is her caregiver because she is also disabled. So they're both disabled and they're giving. Yeah, it's stupid, but uh, she signs herself off my Section 8 voucher, and, and from there, you know, I have till the end of June to find a new place. So that gave me like a whole 11 days to find a new place. So, I'm pretty much frantically running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to find a place because it's not easy to find a place in Section 8. So after, the whole briefing thing, I finally find a place, which wasn't too hard to be honest, because the guy really wanted me to be one of his new clients, or whatever in the hell they call it. But then after all that, you know, as she signed herself off the voucher, I find out, it's my responsibility to pay back what was their fault. That, you know, but they promised so much that they would help me pay it back since it was their fault. Well, I keep asking about it because it's getting close to the first time I have to pay it, which the payments are $75, which isn't cheap. And she keeps getting increasingly rude with me. She's living with her brother. They're both living out her brother's basement now on yet another free ride. So they have the money. I know the guy didn't spend his $32,000 in back pay, and they just keep getting, increasingly difficult about me asking them for the money. So finally, all this crap they did to me, stealing my food, lying to me constantly about even the smallest of crap. I don't understand why they would do that. Like they they actually told me that because my food would often come up missing, and like I bought a whole box of shrimp, and I only got to eat one serving of shrimp out of the freaking box before the box was almost empty, and they told me that someone had been breaking into the house stealing the food. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, all the electronics and stuff we have in this house, all the stuff that's easily swipeable, and they're breaking in to steal the food. I'm like, bitch, one day I came home and found her cooking my bacon. And she's like, oops, I didn't know it was yours. Duh. I'm like, who do you think it was? I'm the only person who buys Conn's freaking bacon here. Y'all always buy that off-brand cheap shit. So naturally, it kind of all started, to creep back in all the lies and stuff they told me over the years. And it just got to the point where I didn't want to deal with them anymore because they were being rude. Because if I don't pay this, I get kicked off Section 8, and they're just acting like it's a big inconvenience to them. I'm like, it's your all's fucking fault. So, yeah. And that's the whole, sad story. I literally just got settled into my new place, and I literally just started playing guitar again. It's been months of playing guitar, like maybe once or twice a week, if that. And I'm rusty as hell, and it sucks. Which you're gonna see that in my next video, practice video probably. So that's the whole sad story of why I haven't been making customs, why I haven't been working on my RPG, why I haven't uploaded videos, why just it's just been a very up and down couple months. I got to go on vacation, I got a raise, but then again, I lost two people I thought were my friends, and I lost a house, and but I gained an apartment. I gained a much better place where I'm living at now. So I can't really complain. I'm actually I'm pretty happy with it and how everything turned out because now it feels like I had a whole weight lifted off my shoulders. So I can't really complain too much. It's awesome. So I'll get back here to making videos this week, and now I got days off again, so we're doing good. So uh, thanks guys for listening to my rant, and this has just been another Get to Know Snake video. Thanks for watching.